Silver rank is elo hell. I can't climb to gold. If you're trapped in silver for more than one season, you've come to the right place. Hello there my friend, I'm Toxic Hanzo main. Now while I'm not top 500 or Grandmaster player, I've helped many friends climb out of silver and gold, even with bad aim. Yes, you heard that right. So this is why I made this video series. I got to know many low rank players and they asked me to carry them out of bronze and silver. What I realized is, even after I carry them to gold, they can't stay there for long. So rather than me giving them fish, I decide to teach them, how to fish. So to really understand how silver players approach the game, I D-ranked all the way to 1500 SR and played all my season 6 games there. As of this recording, it's like 10 days there. I spent like 10 days there. So silver players aren't as bad as you think. They kinda can aim, and they know the importance of having a tank. They know the importance of having a healer, but they somehow make some very basic mistakes and repeat them without even noticing. So here's the good news. I start to see these basic mistakes appearing when I'm in games 2100 and below. Okay, so it's not, these mistakes are not common when you reach like 2004, 2005 SR, but as my rank is dropping, I start to see this appear more and more frequently. It started at 2100 SR, okay, and at 1000, 6005 SR, you can see these mistakes in every game, right? Which means if you correct all these basic mistakes, you'll get to low gold easily. Alright, so here's a quick summary of all the basic mistakes I find silver players making. Actually so many that I'll make an entire video series out of this. Each video should be around 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so I'll start the series with the most basic issue, which is, are you consistently getting 60 frames per second? Okay, so having high frame rate, it's going to help you it's going to help you see what's going on in the game, and if you are playing a DPS character which needs to aim, it's going to help you a lot. So first you need to know if you have a performance issue, your computer has a performance issue. So this is how. First go to inside the game Overwatch, go to options and turn on display performance stats. Now I recommend turning all of them on as it can give you some very important knowledge. Next, under limit FPS, select display base. Okay, this is to make sure you're not playing at 30 frames per second. Okay, I actually tried playing at 30 frames per second as Widowmaker, Hanzo and McCree. It was a disaster. Okay, so next. Okay, now you should see this on the top left of your screen. Okay, so to know if you have 60 frames per second, just hop into a game and during team fights, okay, just go to a quick play so it doesn't matter that much. When the team starts to, you can see everybody. Preferably you pick a hero like Zenyatta or Mercy and stand behind. Now you note everybody is fighting. Now does the FPS show a number always higher than 60? If it's yes, if the answer is yes, congratulations, your computer is capable of running Overwatch at 60 frames per second. So you do not need to worry about any computer performance issue. So you can basically skip to the next video in this series, but before you go, do you know that the pros are running the game at low graphics setting? Okay, I'd like to bring this to your attention. When you are here to shoot stuff, you want as little clutter on the screen as possible. Okay? You want a clear view of what's going on. So all the extra details, while it makes the game look very pretty, it's going to affect your aim. It's going to affect your view. So fun fact, the game on low settings have less grass, less bushes. So that can be the difference between you spotting that hidden Junkrat trap or dying to it. Okay. So if you have not already, just turn off all these unwanted distractions. Okay, this is the game setting which I play the game on. Okay, you can thank me later. So if your computer can run at 60 frames per second, the following part is not for you. You can just skip the remaining part of this video and go to the next video. So when I started playing Overwatch, my computer is only capable of giving me 30 to 50 frames per second. Now if you're new to first person shooter like me, I never played any first person shooter before, which is why I did not understand it when my friend who plays Call of Duty and CSGO say it is very important to have at least 60 frames per second. I didn't get it because I came from a background of playing strategy games like StarCraft, Total War. That you can play the game at 20 frames per second, it doesn't matter when it comes to strategy games. But that's not for first person shooters. When I started playing Overwatch at 40 frames per second, okay, just to give you a perspective, my Hanzo accuracy was 16%. 1/6. That's terrible. Now when I boost it to 55 frames per second, okay, my accuracy went up to over 25%. Now in Season 6, I found even more ways to boost my frame per second. So I can almost always get 60 frames per second. Okay, and now my weapon accuracy is 29%. So from 16% to 29%, I mean, it might not sound a lot, but it means my accuracy almost doubled from 16 to 29%. Okay, and if you're playing a sniper, you know every shot counts. Okay, so today let's focus on getting the game to run at 60 frames per second. Okay, besides setting all your graphic setting to low or off, there are some additional things you can do to tune your computer. So this is what I do for myself, and I'm running Windows 7. So if you're not running Windows 7, you need to do something similar. Okay, I can't show you because I do not have, I only have Windows 7. So you can follow me as I show you step by step what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is what I recommend you do to speed up your computer for the purpose of getting more frames per second. So first you want to create a new user account. You can go to control panel. Okay, this is how you do it under Windows 7. Manage another account, create a new account, just type the name here, set it to administrator, click create. Okay, I just did this. So whenever you want to play let's say some heavier games, like for my computer case it would be Overwatch, I would go to this account and play it from here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to log off and I'll log in, okay, under this new account. So we'll continue from there. Okay, so I just created this new account. Now the first thing I'll notice was my mouse was ridiculously fast, and I'm like, what's going on? And I remembered, okay, the settings here. Oh yeah, just in case you go and create your account and you can't see that, it's because the category, the view, it's by category. So what I'm more comfortable with, because I'm an old timer when it comes to Windows PC, I like to view it here. Okay, so this is how you get to this user account just now. Now as for the mouse, I highly recommend you do this immediately. Go to pointer options and just get rid of this. It's essentially mouse acceleration. For better aim, especially when it comes to, you know, some flicks, if you want to be more precise, you want the speed to be constant. So if I move an inch on my mouse pad constantly, the speed's going to be the same. But if I put this on, it's going to be faster. You see, it started out slow and it's getting faster and faster. So you do not want this on. Okay, that's I'll talk about that more when I go to the aiming guide, but I mean, since I'm already here, I might as well show you, and you can get used to the new sensitivity. Okay, just remember to turn this off. All the pros, they turn this off because it's not good if you want to train your muscle memory. Okay, you want to get used to the same movement give you the same result every time. So that's what you want to do. Okay, so here first you like to go to power options and make sure it's a high performance. Okay, do not go for balance or power saver. This will give you a slight performance boost. Next you want to, let's see if there's anything I like to do here. Okay, this is me. I do not like Action Center to bug me at all. Okay, so there's no disturbance. Turn all of that off. Let's see if there's anything I'd like to highlight here. Okay, that's probably here. Now next you like to go to my computer here. You can access it here too, but I'm just more used to this. It's under System, Advanced System Settings. You can see my computer setup. It's not very sophisticated. It's not very high spec. Okay, so just because this account is just for gaming, we do not care about the appearance. We just want maximum performance. So you can see it looks so ugly, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to do work here. You're not going to browse the internet here. You're just going to use this account to play your games. Okay, so yep, this is what you want to do. Okay, so this alone is going to boost your frame rates by quite a bit, and you can see here there's like almost nothing running here because it's a brand new account. Okay, this is the recording software. I'm using OBS to record this. That's why you're seeing that, and that's the only thing. Okay, so you can just run your games from here. Okay, it's going to look very ugly. I understand that, but it doesn't matter because you're just going to use this to run Overwatch. Okay, so I would recommend that. Now, as for the next step, I'll be using my old account because I have everything set up there. Okay, so I'll see you there. Okay, now I'm going to talk about this tool. It's only for Nvidia graphic users. So if you're not Nvidia graphic users, I'm sorry about that. You can use this to lower the texture. Okay, you can use this to make the game look a little less beautiful, but you will get a big performance gain. Okay, so you can go to I'll put a link in the description so you can download this from my website. So just unzip. Once you download it, unzip it, it's gonna be this Nvidia Inspector. So you click on this Inspector Profile and select Overwatch. Okay, Overwatch. So the first thing you like to do is make sure it's set to maximum performance. It's gonna be under where is that setting? Okay, under number 5, common, power management mode, prefer maximum performance. Right, set this to prefer maximum performance. Next, you want to change the anti-aliasing, super sample, anti-aliasing. Under number 3, anti-aliasing, transparency, super sampling, change it to mode replay, mode all. Okay, the next setting, it's under texture filtering, number 4, texture filtering, LOD bias, DX. Okay, change it to this. I'll give you this to copy paste. Just copy and paste it. Okay, and click apply changes. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and launch the game. Okay, so this will help you to get as high as a frame rate as possible, because it's really noticeable when it comes to aiming. If you have a bad frame rate, your aim is going to suffer. Right, so that's for this guide, how to boost your get extra frames per second just by tweaking your computer. If for some reason you like videos like this, visit my YouTube channel. The channel is Toxic Hanzo Main. If you subscribe to my channel, I promise not to pick Hanzo when you are in my game.